Attaining your first 60 kilo or 132 pound bench press should not be a difficult task. For most people, just going to the gym and doing a basic training routine is going to be enough to get you to that first plate on a bench press. Although at the time, when you're going through that process, it can feel like it's going to be a lot longer of a journey than it actually will be. So today's video, I'm just going to basically break down a couple of strategies and a bit of a formula that you can implement into your training routine. It's a bit of a plug and play, so you can just throw it on top of whatever you're already doing, and that's going to help push you to that one plate bench. First important thing that we need to think about is linear progression. So the reason this is extremely important for beginners is because somebody who's just started going to the gym, or you've just got back into going to the gym, you've got a window of opportunity where you're going to really excel in your gains. So whatever you do, it's like a bit of a double XP event almost. So for the first 6 months, maybe a year for some people, maybe less for some people, everybody's different, you're going to get really, really good quick gains, and whatever movements you're training, they're going to go up really, really fast. So if you just kind of dilly-dally for the year and mess around, you're almost going to lose out on these beginner gains, this phase of beginner gains. The first thing I want to get out of the way is there's obviously going to be a difference between the genders. If you're male or female, you can expect a different rate of progress. So a male, maybe you're going to do this in typically probably 3 to 6 months, maybe even less, depending on age and your body weight. For a female, you've got to consider these factors, age and body weight as well, amongst other things, like limb length and etc. But I would say for a female to bench 60 kilo, it is equivalent for a male to bench 100 to 120 kilo. So that might give you some perspective of kind of time that it is going to take to achieve that for a female lifter, although it is something that can be achieved in quite a fast amount of time with the right training and recovery in place. So for your linear progression, what you're going to want to do, it's very simple. Initially, 5x5, 2 times per week. As a beginner, a fresh beginner, you should be able to progressively overload each session. So you don't have to progress week from week. You should be able to go from, say, training Monday and training Thursday or Friday, bench press both days, 5x5, exactly the same, and add, 2 kilo. You're going to come to a point where that's going to stop working for you. When you hit that point, what you're going to want to do is take a little bit of a different approach. And what that's going to entail is doing a heavy day and a light day. So you're already doing twice a week benching. All you're going to do is switch from 5x5, 5x5 to 5x5 being your light day, and then a 7x3 day replacing the day 2, and that's going to be your heavy day. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pick a starting weight that's going to be quite heavy initially. You're going to stick with that weight over the weeks, okay? So even if the program's about 8 weeks, you could use the same weight the whole time. All you're going to do over the course of the program or the training cycle is just reduce the rest in between the sets, and that's going to build density, and over time you're going to feel a lot stronger. And typically I find around the week 4 point is where the heavy day will become the light day, because the 5x5 should have caught up with the 7x3. So the formula I've just given you is going to be more than enough to get you to that first plate bench and probably beyond. In the rare fringe case where you just cannot get 60 kilo, then you might be underweight, or your recovery might just be absolutely dreadful, or you're just got the longest arms in the world. We then need to stop thinking so much about linear progression and just trying to force progression, and look at some of the other variables that might be affecting your training. So I'm only going to touch on one for this video, but it is probably the most important one for the bench press, and that is just putting on body weight. You can look at all the best benches in the world and they're all massive. A person's body weight goes hand in hand with the weight they're moving on a bench press. You've probably heard the saying, mass moves mass. Well, it really fucking does on a bench press. So as long as you're taking care of your diet and you're taking care of your training, there is almost no way you are not going to get that first plate on a bench. And if it takes you longer than 6 months, you definitely need to do a little bit of an audit of your training and your lifestyle, because there's something not right there. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it's helped. Please leave a comment if you want me to do any other videos like this, any other whiteboard kind of videos. And yeah, other than that, have a good day.